I thought, yesterday we had a lot of adjustments to make and they blew a lot of coverage. I thought today they came through last night and they watched the mistakes. They came in early today and watched the tape, and then they went out and executed today, I thought, very well. So we just, we're playing one of the best football minds in college football. So so it's going to be a tough challenge for this week.
Along those lines, what goes through a coach's mind when you think of the Bobby Petrino offense? What are some of the trademarks?
Oh, it's just sound, very sound, and I guess probably the best word is he exploits what you do. He takes advantage of coverages, takes advantage of weaknesses of if there's a weak player on the football field, and then schematically he's probably one of the best football minds when it comes to X's and O's. He does a great job. I study him every year when I was at Auburn, and I tell you, it's like he can get better and better every season.
Can you kind of talk about your guys specifically and how the cohesion works out now that Kirk's back?
Yeah, I tell you, Kirk brings a different type of energy. He went in yesterday and probably got his first real contact, and actually, kind of surprised everybody on taking on some linemen. So, kids on our team really respect Kirk. Got a lot of love and passion for each other when he's out there. He brings a whole different type of energy. And him and Sapp and AJ and Brew, those guys play well together. They really have a really good chemistry amongst each other. And the challenge is to get everybody better every single week.
Could Kirk play the whole game if you needed him to?
That would be on coach's call. I can't say right now. Only he would know that right now. He probably knows more than anybody else about how long he can go and how strong his knee gets, especially when he gets fatigued.
How important is it for him to get snaps against Western before going somewhere like Oregon or Florida?
It's going to be, the more confident he get on it, the better he'll feel about it. He's a kid. He's just got a great attitude, and I tell you, everybody loves him with it being out in the football field. And I know he's anxious, but we got to be smart in the same process and not rushing him out there.
You guys have talked about making his presence felt the past couple of days. Is there any hesitation from him with the knee, or is it?
No, he's the one. He's calling it. He goes out there when he feels like he can go out there and make an impact. I tell you, hey, whenever you feel like going, just tap the guy out. You know the defense. You know exactly where you're supposed to be. So go out and get reps. When you feel like you can go, you go. And so we're kind of putting it on him, putting him a little bit as far as how well he feels, because again, he's the one that knows, and he's the one that's got to get the confidence in his leg.
Does he give a different physical dynamic to the core there? I know that everyone talks about his leadership skills, obviously, but what about purely from a physical standpoint?
He's big and strong, and he has a defined look. He's got SEC body look. It's probably one of the best bodies I've seen. He's a great-looking kid. He's 6'3.5" and 245 pounds, and he can run, and he's strong, and then he got, not only that, he's a smart kid. And so for him, it's sky's the limit for Kirk. It just all depends on how fast he comes back from the surgery he had from last season.
Did any of those number 2s or number 3s catch your eye in the second half there of that football game?
Again, Probst keeps, he played a bunch in that game, and I'm gonna keep pushing Christian, because he got all the attributes we look for as a linebacker. He's 6'2.5", he's 235, and he can run, and he's physical. In the game for him, he's just got to keep playing in his head and just watch what the old guys do. Watch what AJ do, watch what Brew do. And for him, it's a maturity deal. But I tell you, he's got a lot of pride and a lot of confidence in his play.
Seems like they like to use tight ends and running backs, to create mismatches with your guys, linebackers. How do you defend against that?
But we teach a lot of eye discipline here, and what they're looking at. See the ball thrown, see it caught. That's what we say all the time. So we tell guys, you got to match guys up, match people up, and he put guys on the field to exploit. He always had athletic tight ends. He always had fast wide receivers. He always had a good back. And probably the one characteristic that Petrino does is probably better than anybody in the country is developing quarterbacks. And so we think he has a really good quarterback at Western Kentucky. So for our guys, our challenge is to make sure that we're sound and we know the game plan and we know all the checks and to make sure that we come in the game that we're in great shape to play 90-degree to 100-degree weather game.
Do any of your guys kind of match up well in that type of system, where tight ends and running backs are matching up with linebackers?
Well, we see that every day. Our offense is, we got guys every day that we line up outside in space and cover down, and we have to cover. So we've had a lot of experience doing it, probably more so than him. That's probably our strength, I would think, is playing in space a lot, because that's what we do in the spring against our own offense.